Hello everyone, welcome to your day 14 of your challenge. I'll be guiding you through a practice exercise of deep stretching and mobility. It's going to be mostly about your lower body. I'll be adding a little bit of shoulder and neck stretch towards the end. It's mainly about your hamstring, the back of your legs, and front of the hips and thighs. All right, let's get on to it right away. You need a few props for this home practice. Blanket, towel, strap, scarf, 2 blocks, books, if you wish to. It's not necessary if you don't have that. You always have the modification, you know how to work with the body. So I'm going to lie down on my back. If you have a sensitive lower back, you can place a blanket underneath your sacrum. And grab a towel or a scarf, a beach towel, or a long belt. Keep your right knee bent and lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Hook the strap around the ball of your left foot. Draw your shoulder blades down. Keep a soft bend into your elbows and a soft press across your chest. Take a deep inhale here through the back of your legs. With the exhale, start pulling your foot towards your chest. If your hamstrings are too tight, you maybe want to bend that top knee a little bit deeper. But whatever you do, keep your front hip nicely in one line. So that means you're not lifting up into that left or the right hip bones. If your hamstring is quite open, you can go ahead and stretch your legs a little bit deeper and pull your knee towards your chest and maybe straightening that right knee down. Take a deep breath here through the back of your leg. With the exhale, pull the knee towards your chest. And here, make another round into your props, belt, and in this case. And I'm going to start bouncing my left toes towards my head. So we're gonna go for that elasticity work, the bouncing work, for 20 counts, 20 reps. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep your hips nicely grounded. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Keep pushing your foot towards the ceiling. 16, 17, 18, 19. On the last one, deep breath in and pull the toes closer towards your chest. And then here, grab the both side of your belt with your opposite hand. Push your left hand across your thigh bones and start pulling your foot towards the opposite side of your body. So feeling the stretch towards your lower back, piriformis, and outer glute muscles. The more you're keeping your lower back down into the floor, the more stretch you will find towards the side hips. Another deep breath in. Maybe go deeper, pull the foot towards the right shoulder. And then bring the foot back into the center. This time, bring your right knee into the bridge, pointing towards the ceiling. Keep your left knee bent, grab hold of your strap, and pull your foot towards the floor. So feeling the stretch towards the outside of your thigh, all the way towards the hips muscles. Keeping the foot nicely flexed, maybe you can ground both shoulders down. Take a large inhale here. With the exhale, sensing of letting go and going deeper. Release the foot back into the center and changing sides. Your right foot goes up to the ceiling. Hook the strap around the ball of the foot. Slight bend to the knee if you need to. Equal sensation of the pulling on the right and left. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, pulling the foot towards your forehead. So the amount of pulling, again, is your 80% of effort. There is a sensation, there is the energy direction towards the back of the leg, but the breath is also exists. So you don't want to frown your forehead, you want to keep the energy where you exactly need it to be shifted. Take another breath here, maybe go deeper, maybe straightening that bottom leg. And then I call this a cup grip. Take a round into your strap, flex your foot, and start pulling your foot towards your chest. Let's go for 20 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, shoulders grounded. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, on the 20, big inhale. With the exhale, see how much space you opened up to go deeper. Slide your left knee up through the ceiling. Grab the both side of your belt with your left hand. Push the cushion of your right heel into the hip flexor, into the hip crease onto the right side, and start pulling your foot towards the opposite direction. And here, play with the angle of your toes. See if you can flex it and point it more towards your chest, or point it and diagonal, folding it to the side. How does that shift the energy and the stretch towards that right outer hip? Keep resisting that right foot of closing your thighs to narrow, closer towards your torso. Draw the foot back into the center. Grab the strap with your right hand. Start bending your knee, coming into that half happy baby pose. Pull this foot closer towards the ground, feeling the stretch towards the outer hip, back of your thighs. Keeping the shoulders and the sacrum grounded. Sweet breath, inhale, and the exhale. Gently release your belt. Place it into the side. Draw your both knees towards your chest. Lift your head up, stretch your spine, move your neck side to side. And then rocking back, rolling forward a few times. Massage your spine from the lower back, middle back, and upper back. Crossing your ankles, coming into your tabletop, your four contacts position. We're going to reset the whole spine into the cat and cow rolls. With the inhale, start lifting your tailbone, arching your lower back, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the chin up, chest up. With the exhale, tucking the tailbone, rounding the spine, press the floor away, empty your lungs. Let's do that a couple of more times. Breathe in. Really wave through your spine, vertebra by vertebra. Breathe out. Find the inflation at the back of your heart skywards. Breathe in. And breathe out. This time, push the floor away with your hands and draw the hips back down into your heels. Tuck the toes under. Rolling forward and coming into the broken toe position. Coming into this broken toe position, if that is way too hard to hold and resist, you keep leaning forward or back. I know, I've been there. Trust me, it took me 6 years to be able to sit like this, just in here. You can roll your towel or blanket and place it underneath your hips. We're gonna take a couple of deep breaths here. Eventually, you want to reach to the point that you'll be able to sit down into this broken toe for about 3 minutes straight. We say all the nervous system or all the meridian lines, they pass through the sole of the foot. So this is helping your whole body to open up. Beautiful practice before you start up anything, whether it's yoga, whether it's your training, all that. And then here, we're gonna take this into some functional mobility movement. So come back into that broken toe position. Make sure your pinkies are invited to the party. If not, just manually grab them and place them to the sides. So a little bit of core integration here. With the inhale, you're going to lean forward. With the exhale, you're gonna slide back and finding your squat position. Turn the toes and squat into the hips. Coming back again, pointing your knees down, sitting back onto your heels. With the exhale, shift back, turn the toes out, knees and toes, same direction. Last one, coming onto the knees, lower down, placing your hips back. And then shift back in, squat down into this position. And staying in here. Take a couple of deep breaths, finding this counter energy, your hips is bouncing down towards the floor. And then using a little bit of pushing and pulling sensation with the elbow and the knee so you can lift your heart up into the ceiling. So you're gonna start feeling a little bit of sensation towards your front ankles and the shins. And then placing your hands down and start walking your hands forward. Bring your feet wilder. If you're using a mat, don't worry about it. Step out of your mat, turn your toes forward or turn your toes in and heels slightly apart. Start with bending your knees slightly so you're making sure you're not hyperextending towards that knee. Plant your hands or extend the floor, place a book or bottles underneath your hands. And then dropping your head, start stretching towards the back of the knees, but not by pressing the knees to lock them down. You want a slight bend and lifting your tailbone still, and then gliding your heart down in between your feet. So you don't have to look anything near like this. I do this for a living. My job every day, pretty much 7-8 times a day, I'm in this pose. So anywhere that your spine is kind of 90 degrees or a little bit even higher, that's okay. Work with what you got. And then maybe walking your hands forward, using that sensation, that grounding of your palms to push your hips further back. Feel the stretch towards the back of your leg. Dropping your head, releasing the necks and the shoulders away. And then come forward, bring your feet back into the center. Keep a slight knees into the knees. Slight bend into the knees and rise up into that standing pose. I'm gonna walk to the top of the mat. With your inhale, start sweeping the arms up over your head. I'm going to turn towards you. Step your right foot behind the left, pressing your both heels equally down into the floor and cross your right wrist over the left side. With your inhale, turn your grip towards the ceiling and start sliding towards that left hip. Take your glutes engaged, press your hips forward, feeling the stretch towards the lateral side of the right side. This is helping your intercostal muscles, the muscles in between your ribs, to open up so you can breathe deeper. And then changing the sides, stepping your right foot forward, left foot goes behind. Change the grip of your wrist as well with the inhale, finding length. With the exhale, engaging the glutes, pressing your hips forward and start sliding into that right hip. Soft, sweet breath. One more deep breath. With the exhale, release it out. Shake your arms, shaking your knees. Shake everything out. And coming back into the top of the mat. Press your hands into the hips and come halfway. Hinging from your lower back. Keep your spine nice and straight. You can bend the knee and dangle forward. If you can't straighten the knees, go ahead. Placing your hands down and step your left foot back. Lower the left knee down into the floor. Grounding your right heel, we call this like 90-90 as well. So your front knee and the shin bones is into the 90 degrees. Your left knee and the hips are also in one line. You can place your hands on top of the right knee for more support and start sliding through that front hip. Take an inhale here, keeping your left glutes engaged by pressing into the back toes. With the exhale, you're going to slide back, push into that right heel. Place your hands down on the floor or on the books. You can extend the floor up and start reaching forward through your chest over to that front knee, finding the hamstring stretch. Here, say a beautiful, I don't know, good morning, good day, good afternoon to your hamstring. Take a big smile into your face and your breath. Exhale, go deeper. So if your hips is in your vision, make sure that you're shooting your right hip back, left hip forward to square it out. And the more you're keeping your spine nice and flat, you make this more about your hamstring rather than your lower back. Another deep breath. Step into that front foot, placing your hands down, finding your runner's lunge position, bouncing into that front hip. Step the left foot into the top of the mat and changing legs. Right foot goes back, lower the right knee down. 90 degrees into that, both knees and the heels, left hand onto the hips, hips nice and square. Firm the inner thighs through one another and slide forward. Pulling the left heel towards the right knee and right knee towards the left heel so the front hip starts opening up. Take a deep breath in, maybe a slight back bend. And shifting your hips back, finding that half a split. You can use anything to lift these floors up so your hands could reach to the floor, to the support. Hips nice and square. Inhale here, keep your left foot flexed. So if you look at your left toes, it's pointing towards the ceiling. With the exhale, fold between your thighs. If you feel that you're hyperextending that knee or you're dropping all your weight into that knee joint, you can take a little bit of bend into that extended leg. Big inhale. With the exhale, go deeper. One more deep breath in here. That's the time that maybe you want to pause the video and stay a little bit longer into this pose. And then step your left foot through, planting your hands, and walk your feet forward to the top of your mat. Slight bend into the knee, hands comes to the hips, hinge from the lower back, lift your tailbones up, shoulders back, extend the back of your legs. With the exhale, bend into the knee, squat down and finding that square, or we call it yoga squat. We yogis, we hang out like this. This time we're going to twist side to side using our shoulders. Press your right elbow against the right knee, plant the hands down, left arm goes open. If your heels are nothing close to the floor, that's okay. You can roll your mat or you can place the towel underneath your heels. Take a deep breath here. And then changing side. Left elbow, left knee, right arms over. Inhale. And the exhale. Come back and sit down onto your hips. Extend your legs forward. If you know that your hamstrings are tight, you can grab a book, a towel, a bottle, and place it underneath your knees. So a little gentle bend into your knees, but keeping your both feet flexed. If you feel still you don't have any balance here, you can place a blanket underneath your hips to elevate the floor a little bit. With the inhale, sweeping the arms up over your head. With a straight back, try to lift your tailbone high. Open up your chest and fold on top of your thighs. Grabbing the side of the feet or you're grabbing your big toes. So we're gonna try to find length into the back, into our spine, and then folding deeper a little bit into the back of the leg. So feeling the deeper stretch. With the inhale, finding length. With the exhale, press into the heels and fold deeper into your thighs. So if that's too easy, you can move your props away. You can still keeping the knees slightly bent or pressing your thigh bones down. Wherever you are, make sure that you're not rounding and folding too much. It's not about stretching your lower back, it's about stretching your hamstring. Take a deep breath, tailbone lift. Exhale, fold deeper. You can plant the hands onto the floor. Breathe in, find length, breathe out, fold deeper. 2 more of this, inhale. Try to find that anterior tilt towards the back of the hips as you're folding forward. 1 more. And the exhale. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders ahead. This time, let go of any alignment. Just point your toes, relax your hands to the side, drop your head, round your spine. And then sit back up, crossing your ankles. Getting a little bit into your shoulders and your neck. That feels good after all these workout trainings. I've done that, trust me. My whole body is sore, but this should make you feel better. Inhale, reaching the arms up over your head. Your right hand comes to the side. Turn your thumbs down and plant the back of your hands between your shoulder blades. You can use your left hand for a little bit of lift and support. And then use your left hand to push your right shoulder heads back. Left arm goes towards the back of your head. Try not to pull it too hard. Just feel the weight of your left palm, giving you that neck stretch away from the right shoulder. Gazing down, that makes it more accessible for your neck if it's too tight. Keep pressing the back of your hands against the shoulder blades. That will give you space to open up into that front deltoid. And changing sides, sweeping the arms up. Left hand goes to the side, thumb facing down, back of the hands between the shoulders, wiggle it up, or use your right hand to lift it. Right arm goes back, right palms pulls the heads to the opposite side. Open up across the chest, like you're drawing a big smile from the right shoulder to the left. Coming back into the center, raising your hands, roll your shoulders back and forward a few times. Thanks a lot for joining in this session with me. I will see you in 7 days. And for next week, we're gonna work onto the upper body, opening a little bit of your shoulders muscles, lats into the sides, and hopefully you will enjoy all these challenges throughout with us.